Viewers, you're welcome. My name is Oyeka Amara Kate, the SSA to Mr. Governor on IGR. We're bringing you once again one of your most interesting programs from here in Anambra State, which is Tax Insight Monday, courtesy of Anambra State Internal Revenue Service. And today I have with me in the studio Mr. Shedrach, Sir Shedrach, he's specific about that, Sir Shedrach Nnenna Chukwujekwu, who is the SSA to Mr. Governor on events and protocol. Trust me, he's a bold one and he's an intelligent one, and sure to glue you to the end of the program. You're welcome. All right. Our own dear governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, will certainly put the right pegs in the right holes. And he's one person who looks out for the best hands to do the work with him. He's not just running as a person, he's running with an intelligent team. And today we have in the studio, like I've once introduced him, Sir Shedrach Chukwujekwu Nnenna, who is the SSA to Mr. Governor on events and protocol. He's a bold one, like I said, he's a smart one. When he opens his mouth at events, for those of you who have seen him anchor events for Mr. Governor or for the state, you best agree with me. Sir, you're welcome one more time to the studio. We're happy to have you. We're quite excited to have you use your eagle voice in the studio with us. So you're welcome one more time.
Thank you.
Okay, so Tax Insight Monday, everybody will say is about tax. So why do we have SSA to Mr. Governor on events and protocol in the studio with us? Is because aside talking about tax matters, we also want to relate with other government persons and agencies to tell us what goes on in their portfolios and how they've been faring. So my first question to you will be, how has it been being the event and protocol person for the state and for our dear governor?
Thank you very much. You know, there is nothing you will do as a leader, especially in the time that we find ourselves in Nigeria, without money. And basically, this money will be raised to people. And if you do not do the needful, do your duties to support the government will function. As for me, as SSA events and protocol, basically what I do is to speak for government at functions, act as compare, MC, and sometimes help in arranging the protocol of Mr. Governor. Okay. Aside, laying and establishing protocol. Okay. In everything in life that should be higher. Yeah. Even in heaven, there is strata. Mm-hmm. So that is what I do. And in doing this duty, it is also my duty to talk about the things that other NDAs do, aside from where I found myself. Like ARS. Yes, like where we are. Yeah. Like AIRS. Yes. Whose duty it is to collect this money as good as they can, as much as they can, to help Mr. Governor. I'll catch you before you run too fast, because I know that talking is your food, is your daily bread. Yes. Sir. Okay, fine. And they will always say talk is cheap, but I tell you, when you are the event and protocol person for the state, talk isn't cheap, because you won't just talk. You will talk smartly, you will talk articulately, and you will talk the right things you're supposed to talk at the very respective event. So how will you say that it's been easy for you to talk for this government? What is that thing that gives you so much confidence when you mount the stage to speak for the state, to speak for Professor Chukwuma Soludo? Yes. Oh my goodness. Mr. Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, CFR, Mr. Solution, has made it a lot easy for you to talk. For us, especially for me. If I hold the microphone, I don't even need to talk much, because the man has done everything for me. That confidence will always be there, because he's delivering on his promise to Anambra. Okay. I tell you, for example, are you talking about roads? When he came in here, he declared emergency on roads. Okay. Because he found out that when he asked an Anambra man, what do you want? He will tell you road. Ask him again, he will tell you road. Ask him the third time, he will say road before any other thing. I see. As we speak, Mr. Governor has delivered 700 point something kilometers of roads already started.
Yeah.
500 and something already completed. Can you imagine? Okay. Within 3 years in office.
Yeah. I see.
And once you ask the man, he will tell you that he ain't seen nothing yet.
True.
So, what he's doing, if I meaning if you're wearing a wristwatch, you don't need a mirror
to see
the.
You just look and see.
Just look at it. So even the blind can see. Even the deaf and dumb can hear
and feel
what this man is doing.
So, but I can see that you have specifically mentioned roads, which you said on arrival of Mr. Governor, our people demanded it.
Yes.
So he is more like meeting and exceeding their demands, their needs. But are there other things that has given you so, when you are talking about an area that you're sure about, there's this flair, there's this ease with which you speak. So for every time you find yourself anchoring events for the state, aside the fact that Mr. Governor is trying to make sure that the roads are there for our people, are there other things that gives you that inner backing that nobody sees, that makes you talk? Is it Mr. Governor's personality? Is it the party? Is it the extra project? Just let us know, because I've seen you on several occasions when you anchor. You do it with ease. So we want to know that is it. Yes, of course, you must have been a skillful person to speak with a lot of ease. But what are those things that give you that confidence in backing up your position as SSA Events and Protocol?
All of the above.
I see.
All of the above. Let me tell you, if time will permit us, this man you see that we call Professor Chukwuma Soludo is not learning on the job. He was former chief economic advisor to the president of this country.
Yeah.
Then, in de facto minister for national planning. He was a central bank governor where he won an award globally as the best CBN governor in the entire world 3 consecutive times. There must be something about that.
There must be.
The aura, the gait, the intelligence, the brilliance. Remember, apart from academics, where he left school with excellence.
Yeah.
First class economics.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about a professor.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And now the man has consulted for over 21 countries and international organizations.
So his personality is, when you're working for a strong personality.
He helps you. He makes the job easy for you.
I see.
Then aside that.
You said that.
Aside what he did before he came here.
Yeah.
Anambra is indeed lucky to have this man
as
their governor. Because, let's take for instance, the youth. He promised in the People's Manifesto that he was going to make 1,000 youth millionaires every year. Yeah. But you know what this man did? In less than 1 year, he made 5,000. 5,000 youths. In the policy he calls 1 youth, 2 skills. Shared 2 billion naira amongst the youths.
Yeah. For their startups.
After learning at least 2 skills, you'll be given seed money to start.
I see.
And do you know what? 1,000 of them decided on their own to train 1,000
of their
own.
I see.
Calling themselves youth millionaires.
I see.
So to tell you what is in employment, most governors employ when they're leaving.
Yeah.
But within 9 months, he employed 5,000 teachers and eventually added 3,115 more, bringing it to 8,115.
No way.
I'm telling you.
Within 1 year.
Within 1 year. And this man has given free education to our pupils, students from kindergarten to senior secondary school.
True, very true.
Eliminating that dynasty of poverty. Because when your ward or your child is educated, you won't go back to the business you are doing that wasn't very, very lucrative.
True.
To be able to train them.
True.
Education off.
Yes.
Then women go to antenatal free of charge in government hospitals.
I see.
Including delivery. Even cesarean operations.
Yes.
Free of charge. Helping the parents not to spend money on that. Putting money in their pocket.
True.
Do you know he shared palm seedlings and coconut seedlings?
True.
Any family that gets at least 10, 11
of such seedlings,
they are totally out of poverty. In the next 2, 3, 4 years, when they start fruiting, the economics of it is that they are out of poverty.
True.
So now, this man has done so much.
Yes, that if we begin to recount, I just have to hold you on there. Because it looks like we're going to have a separate segment where people like Sir Shedrach will come and maybe spend like 1 hour to tell us everything that Mr. Governor has been doing. One thing is for sure, he's not saying it because of the kind of person he works for. Every single person who lives, who is from Anambra, who is a friend of Anambra, can testify to the great work that our governor is doing. So, viewers, you can see it's getting more and more interesting. Don't go anywhere. I told you that Sir Shedrach will keep you stuck to your seat, entertained, educated, enlightened about what is going on in the state government to the very end of this program. Do not go anywhere. Ensure that you are following us across all our social media platforms. More importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's going to keep you updated with what goes on at Anambra State Internal Revenue Service. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, see you. Viewers, you're welcome back. I'm still with Sir Shedrach Chukwujekwu Nnenna in the studio, and I believe that you've been following us from when this conversation started, and it's getting more and more interesting. You're welcome back. The next question will be on tax matters. Don't forget, this program is Tax Insight Monday. The reason why we say Monday is so that we give you a kickstart, a good start on a fresh week, right? So, as you anchor events for the state, I know that in one way or the other, you might have anchored events that are relating to tax, maybe a tax forum. Like I know last week, Mr. Governor called committee and business people within the state for ease of doing business.
Which I also anchored.
Good. So such events, you see a lot of people asking very hard questions, tough questions about, okay, if at all I've paid, where's my money? Or if I want to pay, can you show me that you are capable of taking care of my money? So how has such events that are relating to tax, tax is a very sensitive topic, when people have to give out something for them to get something, even though it must not be directly. So have you found difficulty anchoring such events that borders on tax, given the example of just the very concluded program of last week?
Professor Chukwuma Soludo, CFR, is, I think the man is a wonder to behold. Things are so easy. Hard questions are asked, especially as a concerned tax.
How hard? How hard is it?
Very hard. They will be like, in every 12, there must be Judas. Okay. There are people who are not here, who do not understand what is going on, either by ignorance or by sheer not just wanting to believe or agree
that good things are happening.
Mr. Governor is a wonder. And when I say wonder, I mean it. Do you know that in all he's doing, he has not borrowed a dime, a kobo, to deliver all these things he's delivering?
Okay.
Breaking chains, making people see things that ordinarily no politician will dare to do.
Yeah.
That's why they call him Onwatuebu, meaning that no
person know they fear work.
No job where they fear the man.
I see.
Anything that he sets his eyes
and his mind to do,
he will do it. For instance, is the new government house, the mini city, where this man broke 34-year-old chains. Before now, Anambra State was living on a hired, government house, buildings, where they call government house, where the construction workers use as their yard when they were building this Onitsha Express Road. That's where we've been for 34 years. But this man came and said, an A state, Anambra State is
an A state. There's no doubt about it.
How can an A state not have a government house? When he was starting it, people like me were like, will this man complete
this? Is it not too big a project?
Not too big a project. He started it. Like joke, like play. That project has been commissioned by the president of this country.
True.
On the 8th of last month.
Yes.
That government house is a wonder to behold. With the tower there and everything.
Yeah.
It didn't end there. The man believes in entertainment, that Anambra State will no longer be a departure lounge, but a destination point.
He always says that.
Where you will come live, invest, work, and enjoy. If you go and see the Solution Fund City, that is the first of its kind.
I've gone to see myself.
In sub-Saharan Africa.
Yes.
Building water park, amusement park, in the same location, with state-of-the-art country club, not seen anywhere.
Good.
That is the man. He said that is just the beginning.
But please, let me just take you back, because I know that you're on wheels. You're on a very fast wheel.
We can go on and on and on.
We can go on and on, true. But when it comes to tax matters,
yes,
you know that the people who pay these taxes are business people, companies who run their companies that the government did not start for them.
Yeah.
They started these companies. They employ people through which they pay their payee, right?
Yeah.
And the persons who own these businesses will pay their personal income tax.
Yeah.
The people at the market will pay their market levies and pay their personal income tax. An ordinary man on the streets, are you with me, sir?
Yeah.
An ordinary man on the streets who says, where is the money I'm paying? And such a question is asked where you're anchoring events for the government, right? First of all, you smile within you because you know where the money is going.
Yes.
But what if, let's assume that Mr. Governor is not there and such questions are asked, and the chairman, Anambra State Internal Revenue Service, Dr. Greg Ezilo, is also not there, and it's just a state forum, and you need to hold forth for the state. What will be your response? Where is my tax money? Where is it going?
Like, you know, Mr. Governor has always said, and is showing it by what he's doing, that everything put in his hand, he will show in the Anambra
where the money is going.
Okay. Or went. Now, anybody who is asking that question,
yeah,
probably is not living in Anambra State. But if you're living here,
yeah,
you will see it, you will feel it, you will. In fact, you're supposed to own the state.
Yeah.
A lot of these taxpayers, ordinary people on the street,
yeah,
they speak good of Mr.
about
Governor
Mr. Governor
and the things he's doing. It's just some few people, mischief makers, who pretend not to see what Mr. Governor is doing. And you know, election is coming.
Even the mischievous ones quite agree.
Do you know what?
I think they quite agree too. I see.
Those who disagreed before
are now agreeing.
Even more than those that believed before.
I see.
So what I'm trying to tell you is that those people who pay this tax, the majority of them, they are confessing.
So the taxpayers' money are seen
working for the taxpayers.
I see.
Their money is working for them.
So taxpayer, you heard that. Your money is working in Anambra State.
Yes.
As an A state where you pay your taxes speak and work and live with you. Yes. So taxpayers, you heard that clearly. Your taxpayers' money is working.
Working for you.
And recently, somebody said, we're going to sue Mr. Governor for not borrowing. Because as much as we are paying taxes in Anambra, the monies are working for us. But we know that the amount of current collections of the state will not be 100% enough for us to execute this project. So should we jointly sue Mr. Governor? You know, how is he getting these monies to do this project?
That was very hilarious. When I heard it, I said, for me, that person wasn't crazy. They need to call Mr. Governor and ask him questions. Do you know in this state, the House of Assembly approved for him to borrow 200 billion? He refused.
He never did.
Do you know what he said? He said, why should I borrow? That he wouldn't borrow for frivolities. You wouldn't borrow to give people to eat because that money will finish and they'll come back for more. And if you must borrow, you will borrow money that will pay the debt back. Money for projects
on investments
that will pay back. And he also said that Anambra State is still functioning. It is not time for borrowing.
I see.
The money the taxpayers are paying to the coffers of Anambra State, you still need to work for them.
True.
Mr. Governor has said that if you must do anything, do it right. I remember one phrase he normally uses. He says that he's a politician, but not that politician that talks from every side of his mouth. He means it.
Yeah.
He means business. So the Anambra and see what the man is doing.
Yes. So our taxpayers' money is working even beyond.
Beyond.
I see. Thank you. Thank you for that response. All right. Sir Shedrach, you know the elections are approaching. And I know that sooner campaigns and all the political parties will be on the streets trying to convince the people that they can do the work better than Mr. Solution. And you being the event and protocol officer for the government and the governor, how are you preparing? Or if you're preparing, are there things that you want to do differently for the next few months, during the campaigns? How do you think that you want to go and put your house together? Because you'll be mounting the tough stages. You'll be speaking to some tough conversations. So what will your preparations be like?
You see, my preparation has already prepared itself.
How?
Let me tell you, Mr. Governor is not contesting with anyone. But he will always tell you that this election is going for it, as in with everything he has.
I see.
He doesn't believe that there is no opposition.
Okay.
His work has made my job easy for me. All I need to do is just get on there and tell people, go and vote for the continuation of this great work.
And ensure that 4 plus 4 is equal to 8.
Nobody will stop that because in the Anambra, they know the truth. They are seeing the work. So Mr. Governor, for me, as a person who will be standing on stage to call events, especially that the campaigns are starting on the 11th of this month.
I see.
The job is done.
Okay.
I don't have anything to say other than look at what Mr. Governor has done and go and vote.
So now you're working with a man who has not just engaged you, but has also made your job easy. When you don't have to speak too much to convince. So what do we expect to see? What do Anambra expect to see in our next 4 years? Because if it's certain, then we should be talking about what we think we should see. So what should Anambra expect for the next 4 years?
Mr. Governor says, and I quote all the time,
which is?
Meaning that we've not even bought the beans, yet moi moi is already smelling.
The aroma is
already in the air. Mr. Governor says that we ain't seen nothing yet. Now, meaning that
if you can see this much.
Do you know what he says? He says his government is government of projects, government of development, not I will.
I see.
I shall.
Yes.
I may.
Write it on paper.
No. He says that what he's doing now is laying the foundation.
True.
For that African divide of our dreams. That the next 4 years, we'll now start seeing the effect of this foundation. For me, I'm saying, and Mr. Governor is talking about the foundation. For me, I already started seeing
the skyscrapers.
They are springing up.
That's
what he calls Oka 2.0 and Onitsha 2.0. And as people in AIRS, you will know that this is true.
Yeah.
He's keeping the money, he's preparing. Very soon, the mixed industrial city will spring up.
Yeah.
Cities will spring up.
We emerge.
The rail master plan is ready. Anambra State is going to experience a rail that we've never seen before.
I see.
Things will change.
So certainly, the next 4 years is, just working on the foundation already laid. But like you said, we're not just seeing the foundation as we speak. We're already seeing the structure. So the next 4 years is more like, let's finish this, let's finish this, and where are we headed? Now, I believe that whatever works should not be fixed, right?
Yes.
If APGA works for Anambra, it should not be fixed. If Professor Chukwuma Soludo works for Anambra, there's no need refixing something that works.
Of course.
So our people have seen that their taxpayers' money works. Aside that, Mr. Governor is a working governor.
Exactly.
So the summary is, let's work with the person who is working. Nothing is broken. So nothing needs to be fixed.
Yes.
Nothing needs to be fixed. So your final words, sir. Your final words.
My final words is to tell them, exercise your duty, your, what do they call it? Your duty as
your mandate. Is it mandate?
No, eligible voter. Go out there on the 8th of November and vote for the continuity of this great work.
I see.
So that 4 plus 4 will continue to give us 8.
Yes.
The Anambra and the Japan.
Which means
open your eyes.
Shine your eye. All right.
Don't sleep.
Sir Shedrach, thank you so much. Viewers, you can see. Thank you so much for sticking with us to the end of the program. Until we meet soon on Tax System Monday, courtesy of Anambra State Internal Revenue Service, ARS. Stay with us. Thank you.